Friends, hello and welcome back. So today we're going to be going over all the 99 overalls. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of 99 overalls at MLB The Show 23. We're going to go over our favorite one, our favorite pitcher, our favorite closer, and our favorite our favorite fielder. Trying to find our best bargain for bang for our buck here, if you will. We're going to start with the fielder, and starting in center field, I'm thinking. I'm starting looking in center field. I'm like, there's guys like Mike Trout. It's like, oh, is that a slam dunk? Maybe, maybe not. Too. I don't know. Mike Trout's pretty hard to pass up on. I'm kind of interested in waiting because I feel like center field you do have a lot of options, and I think what might be the most important thing at a position like center field, and that's why Trout's such a stud, is really good fielding and speed. So Mike Trout's definitely at the top of this list because you want a center fielder that controls the output. It makes such a difference in a game having a guy that's at double diamond, has the defense. And that's why I love Buxton. I think like Buxton, if you're a great hitter and you don't need the contact as much as you can use a Byron Buxton last year, the guy tracks everything down. It can make or break a game. So the defense is definitely a big deal. But Mike Trout, he's close to the top three. Wouldn't have a problem getting him. I'd say he's definitely an option to get. But starting out with our list here, we want to start with Eric Gagne as a closer. I mean, this guy, he's dirty. He's a tough one to hit. He's a tough one to hit because he throws 101, but he also throws 70. One of the biggest things you look for in this game is you try to get that big pitch differential. You want that speed they can't catch up with. Meanwhile, that speed that throws them completely off guard. When you have a 30-mile-an-hour pitch difference, there is not a lot of guys in this game that can do that. And for that reason, I am all over Eric Gagne, especially at 40K. He's a very big value deal at that point in time. Going to our starting pitcher. I tell you what, I like Sasaki. I think he's a great value. But again, I think we're trying to find as many guys we can get here. I'm looking for more in the mid-tier range that also dominates. That's not top of the price lane. We're like, okay, I can only afford one of these guys, or maybe I can't afford any of them. And for that reason, I like the good old reliable here. Bob Feller, again, throws 100. He's got the 79-mile-an-hour 12.6 curve. He was one of the hardest pitchers to hit in last year's game. And they're going to bring it back this year. A little bit of a different card than he had last year. But he's back in the game this year. Still has that slow windup. If that bothers you, I'm going to warn you right now. He's got a slow windup. But besides that, he's still got a lot of talent. I love using this guy. And I couldn't recommend him more. And going to our final player here. I tell you what, as a fielder, I mean, we're so worried about the field here. I think you can go in so many places with center field. I think that's why it's hard for me to look at Mike Trout, is because you get a guy like Jim Edmonds who's ridiculous in the field. He's got ridiculous power. It's like, I've used this guy. And he's solid. For 60K, you can't beat him. It's like, I don't know if I can say a dominant take the center field here. There's a lot of options. But I can tell you where I feel really confident. And that's going to the shortstop position. And that's going to who I believe is the best shortstop in his game right now, in Francisco Lindor. He's very balanced. He's got about 100 power and contact across the board. That diamond defense is ridiculous. Again, when you talk about game changing, you got 97 fielding. He's got great speed. His reaction time's ridiculous. The guy gobbles any ground ball up you see. And from an infield standpoint, I remember playing this guy a couple times. Like, man, you cannot find the hole with Francisco Lindor in the infield. You can't. He gets everything. So when you get a guy that can hit, a guy that can field, I'm all over that. I love Frankie Lindor. That's our 399 overalls. I think good guys to target, great guys to target, value price as well. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.